Hey guys, this is Spartacus here, and added to Vanguard's multiplayer is a new game mode called Overclocked Tactical. And within this game mode, you play a bunch of other respawn modes such as TDM, Domination, Hardpoint, and Patrol. However, there are a couple factors that have changed. The first factor that you're definitely going to notice right off the bat is the health. Instead of having the 100 base health, you're going to have 150 health. So with whatever weapon you're using, it's going to take more shots to kill than usual, and this is something you're definitely going to have to get used to than the standard multiplayer we see within Vanguard. And then the other factor is that you're not allowed to use kill streaks whatsoever, so everything you're going to be doing is going to be engaging in gunfights, and that your kill streaks aren't going to be changing up the pace of the game mode, especially when it comes to getting the victory. So everything is going to be focused on gunfights in this mode, which is what I really love about it. And since this is called Overclocked Tactical, you're going to be sticking only with the tactical pacing. I know some people like to play on Assault and Blitz pacing because there's more enemies to go up against and you have the potential of getting more kills per match. However, I love tactical pacing. I think it's very underrated in Vanguard, and I think more people need to try it out. But nonetheless, this game mode is really fun to play, assuming you can get into a match and you actually have a good connectivity within that match. Because for me personally, I know I don't have the best internet in the world, and matter of fact, I probably have one of the worst internet speeds in the world. And so when I go ahead and find an overclocked match, it takes a little while because not enough people are actually playing this mode. And when I do get into a match, it seems like I have really high latency. The packet burst is just through the roof, and so it's just extremely difficult to kill enemies. And not to mention, I'm using the Type 11 like you're seeing in this gameplay, so which is honestly not the best weapon to use if I'm being completely honest with you. But Exclusive Ace did upload a video talking about this mode, and he gave out some tips on what weapons to use, and of course more statistics on the actual game mode itself, just so you have a better understanding kind of what you're getting into. And he gave an example with the bar assault rifle and how one of the magazine attachments actually increases the damage per shot on that weapon, and that it should still theoretically be a 2-shot kill even with 150 health, but it actually isn't. It's actually a 3-shot kill. So for some reason, when you use certain attachments that increase the damage value of the gun, it may not actually increase the damage as much as you think it does. There's some weird bug within the game mode and the attachments. I have no idea, but of course it's no big surprise that anytime an update gets added to Vanguard, something else just has to get broken. I mean, that's just no big surprise at this point. And I find it interesting they added this game mode because it's not often they add a game mode to a Call of Duty's multiplayer or they purposely increase the health. The only other time we saw this, at least for me personally, that I can remember on the top of my head, was actually during Call of Duty Ghosts. They added a game mode called Heavy Duty because one of the biggest complaints about that game was how fast the time to kill was, and so they added that game mode to kind of please the players who kind of complained about the time to kill being too fast. But the problem was that game mode was only there for a week, I'm pretty sure, maybe just a weekend, and so it never returned, and I was really upset. I remember playing that game mode and enjoying it because the time to kill was just too fast in Call of Duty Ghosts, and so it was really nice engaging in gunfights where you actually had to stick on target, and it required a little bit more skill level, if I'm being completely honest with you. And that's actually the main reason why I like Overclocked Tactical, because there's definitely a skill gap you're going to notice between this game mode and standard multiplayer. And the best player in this game mode is going to be the one who's going to be the accurate the most and just staying on target with the weapon you're using. And of course, obviously there's going to be some noticeable weapons that are going to be, I guess, meta in this game mode just because they have high damage profiles, and therefore it's going to be a lot easier to take out targets in this game mode. But still, nonetheless, you have 150 health. It's going to take more shots to kill regardless. And so, I wonder how people are going to react to this game mode, and not a lot of people are playing it, which is really sad because I think more people need to start playing Call of Duty games with higher time to kill. Black Ops Cold War got a lot of hate, and for good reason, honestly. But one of the things I loved about Black Ops Cold War was the time to kill and how much slower it was compared to Modern Warfare's. And obviously, this time to kill in Cold War is slower than what we see within Vanguard as well, but at least Vanguard's time to kill isn't as fast as Modern Warfare's, which I can definitely appreciate. And so I just find it interesting we have this game mode because I don't really see people complaining about the time to kill within Vanguard's multiplayer. But either way, I think it's a great game mode overall. I'm afraid it's not going to be here too long. Maybe they will bring it back and of course have other pacings rather than tactical. I think that would be really cool. But they definitely need to address some of the issues within the game mode, for example, some of the attachments just not working whatsoever. But also, I don't know if it's something on my end or if it's something on Sledgehammer Games' end, or maybe it's just because not enough people are playing this mode, but the connectivity issues I'm having in this game mode is just completely absurd. I cannot stand playing this game mode just because of the high latency and the amount of packet bursts I get every single time I'm getting in a gunfight. And I'm using the Type 11, which isn't the greatest weapon to use in this game mode, but still, like, I'm lagging so much more in this game mode than compared to any other mode in Vanguard's multiplayer. So I don't know if it's the game mode itself or just not enough people are playing with it. I'm connecting to people like across the world. I have no idea what's going on, but either way, does this game flow better with the higher health? And personally, I think it does in some degree. Like, obviously, when it comes to using like sniper rifles, like for example, I'm using the 3-line sniper rifle right now, and when I've used it in this game mode, I notice I've been getting a lot more hit markers, so they'll definitely have to like kind of adjust some of the damage profiles on the snipers to kind of make them more viable, I guess, within this game mode and having that increased health. But nonetheless, I really like how it takes like an extra shot or two to actually take out an enemy, just because there's just a higher skill gap right there. And also, if you guys want some tips on like how to actually like play this game mode a little bit more efficiently, make sure you're checking what perks you're running in your creative class. For example, do not, and I repeat, do not use the perk Ghost. There is literally no point in using Ghost, and I definitely noticed that and caught myself using that perk while playing this game mode because there's no kill streaks. Nobody's going to be running intel, nobody's going to be calling in UAVs because you're not allowed to use kill streaks whatsoever. And so I personally use Serpentine, which I think is a very underrated perk, especially in this game mode. And what of course Serpentine does is that you basically absorb less damage while you're sprinting. And so I've noticed that I've been able to actually run away from gunfights so much easier while using this perk. And I'm sure the enemy player is probably frustrated that he didn't kill me because of like how many shots he just was trying to shoot me with, right? And so yeah, I definitely recommend running Serpentine just so you can stay alive a lot longer. It can definitely be clutch in so many different situations. So that's kind of the perk I've been running within this game mode. So just make sure that you're not running any perks that aren't going to benefit you, like Ghost, like I've already said. I've noticed people run Ninja. That can be definitely a good perk to use as well. But other ones like the perk 2 category, I like to use Radar, honestly, just because it's so much easier to identify where enemies are at. And since you can't call in UAVs, Radar is going to be the best way to see where enemies are at when they're shooting their weapon. And also, I'd like to mention that the Engineer perk probably isn't the best perk to use just because nobody's really running any equipment. I mean, yeah, sure, you can find stun mines or whatever, but stun mines aren't going to like one hit kill you like they do in hardcore mode. So, and also nobody's going to be running dogs either, so you don't have to worry about kill streaks and trying to like look after those. But nonetheless, I personally like this game mode. I would like it if my connectivity was a lot better when every match I get into. I just cannot stand the lag, you guys. Oh my goodness, like even the match you guys are watching within this gameplay, you'll probably notice some packet bursts there, but I just got really lucky and just had a good game, I guess. But either way, that's it for the video, guys. I highly recommend checking out this game mode if you haven't already. Take advantage of it while it's still there. If you guys are brand new to the channel, make sure you are subscribed and leave a like if you did enjoy the video, and I shall catch you guys later.